right, everyone. It's week 9 of the Westside Fantasy Premier League 2013 edition. Big news this week. Big news. We finally saw the last of our unbeaten teams go. Jim went terrific start, 7-0 start, but he fell this week to the beatdown. John Foreman had just enough gas in the tank, beating bastard sons of Pele 135.6 to 134. So less than a point separating those two teams. But yeah, Jim is now 7-1, still leads the league, but no more. The 72 Dolphins are resting easy tonight, to be sure. Elsewhere in the league, man, I got to tell you, I think I just need to start taking up Sudoku or something like that. I dropped at 143 to 97 to Miles, and look at my scoring. So Drew Brees finally gives me a Drew Brees game. He gives me 63.1, and I scored 97 overall, 97.1. The rest of my team combined threw in 34 points. What? I'm 3-5 in this league as well as my family league. Woe is me. Miles gets the head-to-head matchup. He improves to 3-5, and I dropped to 3-5. Ferocious Fennec beat the OG Ollier Rogers, or now it's called the OG Injured Rogers, 134 to 102 as Ferocious Fennec continues on a tear, now standing at 6-2. Carlos Danger dropped it to Autosmack, 149 to 101. The one who knocks only put up 127 this week, which is far and away better than I could ever hope for. But it wasn't enough against DeBiz, who scored a league high 169.3 this week, driven in part by 45 from Cam Newton, 19 from McFadden, 22 from Terrence Williams, and he had that Marvin Jones start. That was a good start. I actually had him on my bench in the other league, gave up 40 points on the bench over there. But Marvin Jones went hog wild there in Cincinnati with 4 touchdown catches. Unbelievable. Good start there for Matt. Bastard Sons of Pele, as we talked about, lost, and then rounding out, Brother Is only put up 77 against Rough the Passers, 126. So taking a look at the standings, let's go to that page right now. So Jim leads overall with his 7-1 record. So head of the Division Del Norte. The beatdown in the second position, starting number 4, be the number 4 seed in the playoffs. Beatdown in second position in the North Division, and Autosmack in the third division. Those 3 would make the playoffs. In the South Division, the one who knocks, sitting at 6-2, Ferocious Fennec at 6-2. Looks to be about 19 points separate those two in position and in seed. And as you know, the 1 and 2 seed gets first round bye, so a lot riding down there for Mr. Jake. Rob Feinstein at 4-4, sitting in the number 3 position in Division del Sur. And yeah, okay, so I'm number 11, not number 12. Either way, falling fast, unbelievable. I hate this game sometimes. I hate this game. Let's talk about week 9. I go up against the Biz. Holy cow. And so the Biz is projected to go 129-116 in his favor. He's got Newton against Atlanta and Deshaun Jackson against Oakland, McFadden against Philadelphia. So big matchup there. I'm going to start getting smart here because maybe I can just at least win the league pick 'em. I'm going to go for the Biz. In our next game, Ferocious Fennec at 6-2, taking on the beatdown, fresh off the big win. John with a lot of momentum, but sitting now at a 110 to 92 point underdog. Andrew Luck is back for Ferocious Fennec, who faces up the Houston defense, who's really terrible this year. Giovanni Bernard against Miami, Adrian Peterson against Dallas for Jake. For John, Matt Ryan goes against Carolina, who's surprisingly good. He's got to cover up for the byes. He's got a lot of byes, and actually we didn't cover the byes this week. Let's do that right now. Arizona, Denver, Detroit, Jacksonville, New York Giants, and San Francisco all on bye. Again, I'm going to start picking smart because I'm going to start trying to win this league pick 'em. I'm going with Mr. Jake. In our third game, our third matchup, Ghetto Superstar and Rough the Passer. Rob's got a lot of holes to fill. Right now he's only projected to put up 36.9 points. Practically everybody on his team is on bye. Ghetto Superstar is projected at 116. He's in pretty good shape. Andy Dalton against Miami. Antonio Brown against New England. Fred Jackson against Kansas City. Good start with C.J. Spiller still hurt. Alfred Morris finally came to life last week for the Redskins. I'm going to give the pick to Miles. In our fourth game, we've got the OG injured Rodgers versus Bastard Sons of Pele. So this is 2-6. Tommy McCarthy going against 7-1 Jim McCarthy. Jim is also suffering from buys. He's got Peyton. Thank God Peyton's going to sit down for a week. And Frank Gore on buy. So a lot of the firepower, along with Malcolm Floyd, for Jim. Right now he's only projected to do 75 points. Tommy, on the other hand, looks pretty good. RG3 is in play. Zach Stacy's in play. Matt Forte's in play. I'm going to give the pick to Tommy. Game number 5 for us is Carlos Danger versus the One Who Knocked. One Who Knocked is 131 to 109 favorite right now. One Who Knocked has his whole complement of players in there. No holes, nobody on bye. 6 teams on bye. How is that possible, Philip? But Mike has Vernon Davis on bye, so he's got most of his players back. He's got Ryan Wilson against Tampa Bay, Danny Amendola, who's still listed as questionable, not doing great this year. But Aaron Rodgers against Chicago. That should be a pretty good matchup, but I think the Packers will prevail, of course. I'm going to give the pick to Phil, One Who Knocks. He's projected 131 and 100 right now. And in our game of the week, it is Autosmack versus Brother Is. 4-4 Guy Petty is the projected favorite, 114 to 111, basically a coin toss right now. Coin toss. Did you hear that? Coin toss. Tony Romo against Minnesota. Good matchup there at quarterback. Golden Tate against Tampa Bay. Nice taunting play by Golden Tate the other night. Eddie Lacy against Chicago. 4, Brother Is. Tom Brady against Pittsburgh. Not the bad matchup. Andre Johnson against Indianapolis and Michael Wallace against Cincinnati. This one you really got to think about because it really is so close. But I am going to go with Guy simply because I think he's got better matchups at his quarterback, frankly. So that's it. Oh, let's talk about League Pick'em real quick, shall we? So League Pick'em, Rob went 3-1, Mike went 1-5, Tommy Mack, Miles, and Matt Weebel all went 2-4. I went 3-3, and Phil went 0-1. So didn't get our full complement of players in this week. Got 6 players in this week. But looking at the standings, Rob Feinstein has moved into first, or actually he's been at first most of the. Well, no, Mike was up there for a while. So Rob's sitting with 30-17 record, 63.8% or 63.8%. Mike has slipped a little bit, 29-18 record for 617%. So there's your league pick'em. Get your league pick'ems in. And remember, Arizona, Detroit, Denver, Jacksonville, New York Giants, and San Francisco on bye. Good luck, everybody. See ya. Go Red Sox.